The purpose of this session is to gain an understanding of Japanese business customs, Japanese work practices and rules, and specific examples of how to work smoothly in Japan. Lesson 1. Outline. Let's get started with the session. Japan has been developing systems to accept foreign nationals. Nevertheless, Japan's unique business customs and practices remain, and many foreign nationals are confused by how different these customs are. What happens when you actually work in Japan? Rules are too detailed. Warnings are given for every mistake. Supervisors' instructions are hard to understand. Meetings drag on with no conclusion. Besides regular work, you have to clean and perform other trivial tasks. Quite a few foreign nationals are confused and troubled by Japanese business customs. The world has many customs. Consequently, business customs often vary between countries and regions too. Some examples of Japan's unique business customs include exchanging business cards, etiquette when entering or leaving an office, and stamping documents. Acting without awareness of these business customs creates perception gaps. Occasionally they can lead to big misunderstandings on both sides and even cause problems that prevent work from proceeding smoothly. The key to eliminating these gaps is mutual understanding between workers and employer. First, experience firsthand the characteristics of Japanese business and try to discover the differences and commonalities with your business customs. Lesson 2. Characteristics of Japanese business. This section presents several examples so you won't be surprised when you encounter Japan's unique customs. Case 1. If only things were said clearly, then I would understand. This section discusses Japan's high-context culture.
この作業時間を大幅に短縮することで、コストもぐっと抑えることができ、全体の予算に貢献できると考えています。以上が私の考えた案となります。
グエン君、ありがとう。もうちょっと考えてみようか。
考える？いっぱい考えた結果なんですが。
When the manager says let's think about it a little more, what does he mean? Why doesn't he give the specific points that should be considered? Context means the parts of a written or spoken statement that precede or follow a specified word or passage and can influence its meaning or effect in the set of circumstances or facts that surround a particular event or situation. High context refers to communications that are highly dependent on context. Conversely, low context refers to communications that have a low dependency on context. High context is a method of communication that involves reading between the lines without directly verbalizing the context. On the other hand, low context is a simple, explicit method of communication that can be understood without assumed knowledge or cultural understanding. Different countries and ethnicities have different tendencies toward high context or low context communications. People in Asia, in particular, are said to have a strong high context inclination, and the Japanese are said to be the highest context people in the world. This means that Japanese communications are characterized by conveying messages more through allusions than through explicit statements. To deal with this custom, strive to confirm proactively any unclear points or things you don't understand. Let's watch what Win does this time.
さっきの考えた方がいいって言葉、分かりにくかったよね。
はい。
わからないなら聞きに行ってみたら？
そうですよね。聞いてみます。
グエン君の企画は今回の案件にはマッチしていなかったんだよ。コスト面に偏りすぎていて品質管理がおろそかになっていたよね。だから品質管理の面を加えてみたらいいんじゃないかな。
はい、わかりました。
Case 2. I was just a little late. This section looks at what punctuality really means in Japan.
あれグエン君会議じゃなかった？
え、もうこんな時間に？
じゃあこの一つ目の案件は準備でき次第 GO っていうことで。はい、いいと思います。
すみません。
そうです。
日本の風習を学んでいたら遅くなりました。
Why did the other employees exchange glances? In Japan, observing rules is emphasized to build a strong team at work. Consider tardiness, for example. Punctuality is important to start work efficiently. Trains and buses are almost never late and nearly always arrive on schedule. Perhaps some of you believe there's nothing wrong with being a few minutes late. In Japan, however, people who are late for an appointed time are regarded as people who don't keep their word. Being late even once can lead to others judging you as an unreliable person. To avoid this, strive to start moving ahead of schedule and always be conscious of the time. Case 3. Is this part of my work duties too? This section concerns personnel training in Japan.
グエン君、この資料を整理しておいてほしいんだけど、今日中に。
これ今日中にですか？
お願いね。
はい。
Why did the manager ask when to put together the materials? It is very important for a company to nurture its workers. In Japan, the training a person first receives as a member of society is believed to have a tremendous impact on their future growth. Often the first part of this training includes being asked to do simple, trivial tasks, like organizing documents. It is thought that through these tasks, employees will learn operational details, the basics of being a member of society, the importance of being on time, work etiquette and manners, and many other things that will help them develop the ability to carry out their work. Let's watch what Win does this time.
グエン君、どうしたの？
あ、先輩、実は。
なるほどね。でもそれはグエン君がどれだけ正確で効率的に仕事ができるかを試されているのよね。
どれだけ正確で効率的か。
それに部長も期待してない人に仕事振ったりしないと思うよ。
はい、頑張ってみます。
Although making copies and filing materials may seem like simple, trivial work, supervisors are checking to see how accurately and efficiently these trivial operations are performed. Note, however, that being allowed to do only trivial work not in your contract is a violation of your contract by the company. If you feel this is happening to you, please consult with others in your workplace. Related organizations in Japan also have consultation centers that you can contact if you are having problems at work. Case 4. I thought the work was left up to me. This section is about the importance of reporting, communicating, and consulting.
おはようございます。おはようございます。
おはようございます。
おはようございます。
グエン君頑張ってるね。
はい。これ今日中に終わらせないと。
そっか。
これ明日の会議で使う資料なんだけど、この書類をもとにまとめてほしいんだ。できるか？
明日？今日の夜残業すれば間に合うか？はい、大丈夫です。
頼んだよ。
はい。
グエ君、朝に頼んだ資料そろそろまとまったかな？
あ、いや、これからやろうと思って。
何？それ困るよ。
今日中にやらなければならない業務がありまして。
夕方にはみんなと共有したかったのに。
Wynn assumed that it would be fine as long as he completed the task in time for the meeting tomorrow, but it seems this was not what the manager had in mind. The manager should have communicated the deadline from the start. The 3 skills of reporting, communicating, and consulting are vital for work to progress smoothly in Japan. Reporting means informing your supervisor or colleagues about the state of progress or results of your work. Communicating means providing information about your work and your following plans to your supervisor, colleagues, and other people involved with the specific job. Consulting means asking for advice from your supervisor or colleagues when questions or problems arise. Frequent reporting, communicating, and consulting ensures everyone is on the same page regarding work progress and mistakes you may not realize would be picked up. Early detection of a mistake allows for prompt corrective actions to be taken. This can avoid the risks of complaints or accidents down the line or reduced profitability due to rework. Let's watch what Wynn does this time.
これ明日の会議で使う資料なんだけど、この書類をもとにまとめてほしいんだけど、できるか？
今日中にやらなければならない業務がありますので、17時過ぎなら対応できます。
ああ、夕方にはみんなと共有したいんだけど、どっかで時間を割くことできないか？
わかりました。今の作業の締め切り時間を伸ばせるか聞いてみます。あ、マネージャー。急に対応しなければならない案件がありまして、1時間ほど締め切りを伸ばすことはできますか？あ、大丈夫ですか？では18時に。はい、ありがとうございます。部長、先ほど頼まれた資料ですが、14時には仕上がりそうなのですが、大丈夫ですか
？14時か。うん、大丈夫だ。
それからこの部分なんですが。
ああ、ここは全部カットでいいよ。あまり必要ないから。
わかりました。
Case 5. What's wrong with how we always do things? This section is about Japan's approach to improving work operations.
チェックアウトですね。お気をつけていってらっしゃいませ。
これで今日のチェックアウトは全て終了ね。
はい。
そうだね、ヤンさん。近所に美味しいカフェを見つけたの。今度一緒に行ってみない？
キャフェいいですね。何が美味しいんですか？
そこのパスタが本格的で、それからスイーツも。
君たちまだ仕事中ですよ。
でもお客様はすべてチェックアウトされましたし。
お客様がいない間にできることはいろいろあるでしょう。例えば業務を見直して改善をしてみるとかね。
Is it your free time when customers are not around? Should you always be doing things the same way? Efforts to improve work operations are an important aspect of the Japanese style of working. Improving work operations is essential to improving productivity. The main purpose of these efforts is to eliminate unnecessary and unproductive aspects of work operations. Often in Western countries, companies have a dedicated department for work improvements that examines improvements and gives top-down instructions to rank-and-file workers. In Japan, work operation improvements are made by having all employees, including workers on the work field, continually think of where improvements can be made as they carry out their work. Companies adopt this approach because it can instill an entire workforce with knowledge and habits that lead to continual skill level improvements. Companies also expect this method to result in organizational systems that produce and improve products and services from the customer's point of view. Now, let's look at the two hotel employees again and see how they improve their work operations.
やっぱりお客さんがチェックアウトする10時から次のチェックインの15時までが暇なのよね。
アメニティのチェックを強化しましょう。
そうね。この間シャンプーも切れかかってたし。あ、そうだ。館内のチェックするのはどうかな。やって悪いことは何もないし。
忘れ物も誰でもすぐ対応できるように関連方法を改善しましょう。
いいね、それ。よし。じゃあ時間があるときにやることを強化したものをまとめて一覧にするわよ。
はい。よし。先輩じゃあ私行ってきます。
了解、お願いします。
館内のチェックに行ってきます。
お願いします。
お願いします。
Up to this point, we have presented various Japanese customs. Next, we will give some examples of how interaction with non-Japanese workers greatly benefits companies. Let's hear from a manager, trainer at a company that accepts foreign nationals. In what ways have foreign nationals changed your Japanese employees?
日本人の従業員の結束力が強くなったと思ってます。言葉の問題がありますので、みんなが、いかにあの人に伝わるかとか、どう言えば伝わるかなっていうことを工夫してくれるようになったんですね。でそれによって話し合いが生まれたりとか、逆にこういうこと困ってるねっていうことでみんなでじゃあこうしていこうとかっていう改善点をなんていうんですかね、自分たちで自主的に考えてくれるようになったということですね。
As this shows, mutual understanding improves the workplace environment. We encourage you to talk about your country's business customs at your company. Deepening mutual understanding from diverse viewpoints and values leads to better workplace environments. Companies hold social gatherings and seasonal events. Take advantage of these opportunities to deepen communications with your colleagues. Working in Japan may be confusing to you and not go well at first because the business customs are different from those in your country. But rest assured that others in your workplace will notice your good faith in taking on your work responsibilities. If you have problems, seek help or advice from your colleagues, senior staff, or supervisor. The way to a better work and life experience in Japan is to endeavor to understand Japan's business customs, even a little at a time, with both sides cooperating to meet each other halfway.